Hey, what's going on, guys? Your boy Ghost, and today we have another TWAB. I apologize for the missed update on Wednesday. I was out of the state moving boxes. Anyway, let's get straight to the TWAB. I know I missed the Vidoc that came out yesterday. We're going to talk about that anyway because it's in this TWAB as well, so we'll react to that too. This week in Destiny, we're just a few days away from the next expansion, Edge of Fate. So how about we give you some more info about what's to come to ease the wait. We also have info about the next raid, including its name. So check the topics below to see. Check the topics below and let's get this Twitch started. Let's talk about the Vidoc, because I watched it while I was out of town. So I'll let this play. I'll give my little reaction and then I'll pause to see if I see anything that's kind of cool.
Orin has lived so many lives in Destiny. She was a Golden Age human. And then
she also used to mess with Drifter.
And then a Guardian. And most recently became Emissary of the Nine. But it turns out it's an awful job.
Yeah, they don't give her no benefits.
It alters your body. You surrender your control to beings much larger and more powerful than yourself. Orin traded liberty for power, and she's realizing it wasn't worth it. So she makes a big choice. She chooses to quit.
She said, F the man.
Leaving the emissary position with a vacancy the Nine need to fill means that she's got one more role to play. Mentor to her replacement.
Now the question is, who a replacement?
Reclaiming her agency.
I think I know who it is.
And when she makes that choice to quit, it raises a dozen new questions. What can happen if the emissary isn't around to stop something?
Fucking car driving by.
What does quitting a 4-dimensional job do to a 3-dimensional brain? And most importantly, who is her replacement?
Okay.
How hard?
So the thing that I'm hearing, I'm gonna pause because I want to. It's clear to see that they're alluding that Lodi is supposed to be the emissary's replacement, which is very fun, but also concerning because there's a good portion of the community that think Lodi is going to betray us, and pretty much kind of all but confirms it, but not really at the same side, at the same side of another coin. It could just be, hey, I'm gonna train you so I can get my severance package, but I'm also gonna let you know that this job is hot garbage and you probably shouldn't take this. But it seems like they took him straight from the anomaly containment room. He got teleported right into the new world. So you could probably see that this scene right here is probably Lodi coming to Kepler, which is really cool.
Search to find one. This release is about serendipity, that magical sense of finding desirable.
You got the Chicago train.
By chance, except here, chance isn't involved at all.
Is that dude holding the freaking Vulpecula? Oh no, that's the freaking Season of the Witch. Auto. One thing I do find kind of cool, I'm pretty sure during the lore, Ikora is no longer the leader of the Hidden anymore. She has to take care of Zavala.
Something more.
But it's good that she still got pull in there.
Great stories aren't built on the plot happening to characters. It's built on characters making choices that change the world. And Orin's choice to quit is what ignites the entire saga.
It can't just be me, right? We're gonna pause real quick. Did anyone else think that Orin was a Titan? Because this is real bulky armor for a hunter. Oh, like this is some bulky armor for a hunter, man. I mean, Hunter's Titans got capes now because of the Darth Vader suit, so it might be a Titan, but she looked like a Titan. This is some bulky Hunter armor for her to have a cape. I'd also find it hilarious that the catalyst that's gonna start us fighting the next huge big bag witness is someone said, I don't want to do this job no more. It's really funny.
My own.
World tiers are a new way to stack challenge in a way that players can directly control and earn better rewards for it. Each world tier increases the power delta versus enemies, adds new banes that change the way you approach encounters, and unlocks more secrets and pursuits to chase on Kepler.
Look at that! Look at that armor set.
Tiers, the more you might need your fire team to get the job done. Because Kepler's highly focused on exploration and open world combat, we wanted to make sure the entire destination offered a challenge level that players were eager to engage with. World Tiers 1 and 2 are available immediately, equivalent to a Brave and Legendary campaign. World Tiers 3 and 4 unlock after your first campaign completion on either difficulty, and the challenge feels more like an exotic mission or a Master Tier Nightfall. As you unlock later World Tiers, you'll find more opportunities to leverage your destination abilities, more secrets to find scattered throughout the world, and even some exotic pursuits.
I'm assuming, because he said exotic pursuits, I'm assuming we're gonna have to do mythic difficulty to get the new hand cannon, which I'm all for.
Tiers, you'll be earning higher
I want that as soon as possible.
well. Players can work their way through legendary and fabled tiers, climbing in gear tier and power. And then on Mythic, the highest world tier on Kepler, you'll also be able to unlock.
Okay, so there's the Bushido armor set that everybody was talking about. So the Bushido set is clearly the mythic armor set they're talking about. And everyone was like, bro, this set is amazing. It's basically heel clip. You're gonna want this. And now they're like, okay, where are this gonna get it from? You're gonna get it from Mythic. Because they talked about they were gonna get a specific armor set exclusive to Mythic difficulty. And this is the armor set. But 2-piece, Fountain Blows for the freshly drawn or reloaded weapon heal you. 4-piece, bow, shotgun, and sword Fountain Blows temporarily reduce incoming damage. Damaging targets with those weapons extends the effect. So these are both pretty solid set bonuses.
With its own set bonus.
Look at that armor though.
This
Woo!
system is really about charting your own course, coming up with new strategies.
One thing, the Kepler weapons do look fire.
And earning cool loot along the way.
That's pretty much it. Okay, let's keep reading. All right. Wander in the Desert Perpetual. Is that the name? That's a crazy long name, but also kind of cool. The Edge of Fate launches on the Edge of Fate raid launches on Saturday, July 19th, and we have much to share about it. We are not spoiling anything today, just sharing you the name the Desert Perpetual. Okay. That's a cool little name. As is tradition, the raid will launch in contest mode, our hardest difficulty, and it will be available for 48 hours. Those who look for eternal glory may want to compete in the world's first race. The first fire team to complete the raid on contest mode will earn raid belts. We will share the final details on the Twid on 7/17, along with the new raid emblems and more. The world's first race info. On July 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, hundreds of fire teams all around the globe will complete to become the world's first raid race winners. But only one team will make it and take home the coveted world's first belts. We have so many key details to help out with your planning, including requirements for raid entry and updates to the world's first completion criteria. Details. Contest mode will be enabled for 48 hours from July 19th to July 21st at 9:59 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Completing the Edge of Fate campaign legendary difficulty will get you ready for contest, or you may complete the campaign at normal difficulty and hunt for power before the raid goes live. We will provide exact power requirements prior to launch. Stay tuned. Entry requirements. Complete the Edge of Fate campaign. Completion criteria. Fire teams do not need to return to orbit to finish the race. Okay. The first fire team to finish every encounter and loot the final chest will be declared world's first winners and have their victory immortalized with the Desert Perpetual world's first raid belt. So last time, for the past couple of years of raids, you'd have to leave and go to orbit for it to count. So you don't have to go to orbit anymore. Similar to past raids, we'll be working timelessly with our analytics and security team to maintain the integrity of the challenge of the raid. When the first completion happens, we will verify through our internal system and tools before we announce the winning team on our social channels, and we will then start our more thorough security review. We don't want to make everyone wait around while we dig into this data, but if we do find that any cheating or violations have occurred, we reserve the right to disqualify a team and crown the next team in line in the world's first, even after our announcement. Once the world's first completion has been recorded, normal difficulty will go live. Players will have 48 hours to complete contest mode if they desire, or simply hop into normal mode once the raid is complete. For full details and eligibility and requirements for the world's first raid, please visit our official rules. Okay, this is where you can watch it. You got the pre-show. Evan F is doing a pre-show and a full raid, but they're also doing it at Bungie Studios, which is really cool. CBG Raid will be giving out limited codes for the Power of Hughes emblem on his YouTube throughout the raid race. And after the world's first raid race, gift the sub a Channing eligible Twitch channel in the Destiny 2 category, streaming the Desert Perpetual raid from July 19th to July 29th, and to receive a golden relief emblem. Get more lore. Okay. Brief 002 Guardian Operative. Dispatch contains restricted information for select fire teams. Will purge the data upon closure. Okay, no. Guardian Operative. So this is the hidden talking to us. This patch contains restricted information for select fire teams and will purge its data upon closure. Classification: Elixir, House of Exile, combatants, unknown fungal symbiosis, hazards, flight and aerial maneuverability, jet exhaust bursts, akimbo scatter pistols, explosive fight packs. What you mean akimbo scatter pistols? So you're telling me to fall and get akimbo weapons before we do? You're Bungie. Why the freak don't we have akimbo weapons? Destiny Rising got akimbo weapons. You're the creator of akimbo weapons. Why don't we have any? Intel. The Corsair in the aerial combatant using close. The Corsair is an aerial combatant using close-range weaponry and highly maneuverable jetpacks, which allow hovering and sustained flight. Guardian operatives report poorly shielded ignition coils could be a weak spot on the back, causing a strong reactive ignition when stressed enough. Records pulled from House of Exile system as well as Eido's records indicate that Corsairs were a role created during the long drifts as the boarding parties and ship-to-ship raiders. While the other houses have deprecated this role, House of Exile has not. I would expect a resurgence if jump jet tech reaches other houses. Skirmishers with House of Exile Corsairs described them as using a hit-and-run tactic to distract operators, while Vandals with paraconsole weaponry close in and neutralize Guardian threats. When engaging, fire teams are advised to overlay the firing zone and stay mobile. Of note, Corsair jump jets run exclusively on fungal material as fuel. In the hierarchy of elixir stations, Corsairs serve somewhere alongside Vandals, with some being revered as captains. It is a role where individuals can stand out and gain renown through daring deployments or become notorious through unscrupulous ventures. More lore next week. The artifact is here, with the whole litany of system changes in the unexplored horizons of Kepler of Guardian's fingertips. The implement of Curiosity has been given to Guardians to help provide some well-deserved boost to their capabilities while chartering those new frontiers. See what we did here. Yes, I did see the front. Yes, I did see it. Now, the question that I'm hearing is, I want to know, since they mentioned Eido, will Eido be here? Since we are facing some Hive and a whole new freaking house that we've never seen before. So maybe Misrax and Eido will be here. The Edge of Fates artifact will provide some nice boosts for Guardian's solar stranded stasis toolkits, while also letting them build into elemental pickup generations with some new lit payouts. Strand fans will be happy to see the return of Threaded Blast and the introduction of Tangled Web, turning Tangles into mini wanderers when they spawn in a massive strand explosion when popped. On both sides of the thermal spectrum, we'll have some new Column 5 capstone mods in Radiant Shrapnel and Frigid Glare. Both offer some distinct crowd control options, while keying off buffs you can acquire from Column 3, Fevers and Chill. If Solar, Strand, and Stasis are on your preferred cup of tea, the elemental pickup mods are here to help you punch up your favorite way to slay out. Okay, so we got Anti-Barrier Scout, Unstoppable Hand Cannon and Sidearm, Unstoppable Sniper Rifle. Okay, solid. Overload Shotgun, solid. Overload Rapid Fire, hold on. Oh no, never mind, no. This is Overload AR and SMG. Okay, Column 2, Flame Fiber Freeze, combines Solar/Strand, and Solar/Stasis Siphon mods into one. Perfect. I'm gonna need some of these. Authorized mods, Scavengers. All Scavenger mods are discounted. One with Frost. While Frost Armor is active, Stasis Weapon gain increased reload speed, stability. Stasis Swords gain guard resistance. Tightly Woven. While Woven Mail is active, gain increased class ability and grenade stats. I'm assuming this might be plus 50, but either one is cool. Rapid Precision Rifling. Rapid precision hits or final blows with scout rifles grant them increased reload and reduced incoming flinch. Fever and Chill. Rapid precision hits with solar weapons grant radiant. Rapid precision weapons hits with stasis weapons grant frost armor. Elemental Benevolence. Granting allies an elemental buff gives class ability energy. Frost Renewal. While you have frost armor or taking damage, Frost Renewal. While you have frost armor, taking critical damage releases a burst that frees nearby. Frost Renewal. While you have frost armor, taking critical damage releases a burst that freezes nearby combatants and grants frost armor to you and your nearby allies. Reciprocal Draw. Rapid 9 sidearm final blows grant sidearms a period of increased damage for a short time next draw. Now I'm wondering if they're gonna completely slide on over Rocky sidearms. We'll see though. Refresh Threads. Picking up an elemental pickup matching your subclass element Tangled while hold on. Refresh Threads. Picking up an elemental pickup matching your subclass element or tangle while you have a strength super grants energy to your least charged ability. Okay, column 4. Threaded Blast. We know what Threaded Blast does. Destroying a tangle with a strand weapon increases the radius of explosion and its damage. Cauterized Darkness. Stasis or strand debuffed non-boss combatants take increased solar damage from all sources. Elemental Daze. Stunning a champion with an elemental weapon creates an elemental aligned explosion, applying an matching elemental debuff to nearby targets and them. Shoulder to Shoulder. Dealing sustained precision damage against combatants while near 2 or more allies grants you damage resistance. Perfect for DPS. Elemental Coalescence. Defeating targets has a chance to create an elemental pickup matching your equipped super. And column 5 is where the juices are. Radiant Shrapnel. Dealing sustained weapon damage while radiant or defeating scorch combatants with the weapon causes that target to release solar projectiles that deal damage and scorch on impact. Pretty solid. Shield Crush. While you have Woven Mail, Frost Armor, or Void Overshield, your melee recharges faster and deals increased damage. While you have Amplified Radiant your grenade recharges faster and deals increased damage. Elemental Overdrive. Picking up an elemental pickup or tangle grants increased damage to weapons of the same element. Tangled Web. Creating a tangle or defeating a strand debuff targets that spends nearby combatants. Perfect for my freaking Beyblade build. Frigid Glare, the last one in column 5. While Frost Armor is active, Stasis Precision Final Blows cause combatants to release a freezing burst. Okay, these are some pretty solid mods. We don't really have a mod that makes one specific weapon type incredibly good. We don't got freaking the linear fusion one. We don't have that this season. We don't got anything to do with rockets. I was wondering if they was gonna give us freaking, I can't remember what it was, the one that lets you do, if you had a scout rifle on and you held ADS for a while, it would weaken them. That could have been pretty cool. The scout rifle, we have a scout rifle exotic this season, but clearly they didn't give it to us. Okay, some pretty solid mods. Let's keep going. Armor mods changes. Hi y'all, Sandbox team here again one more time with all the changes coming to the Sandbox and Edge of Fate. We found that there were a few armor mods that needed attention to better fit into the new system, so let's talk about it. First, with the introduction of a new ammo meter, we've done a pass in the various ammo related perks of the Sandbox. For example, we've replaced the inventory stat on weapons with the new ammo generation stat, which affects how much a given weapon contributes to your ammo meter. And selected a specific fixed or minimally variable ammo inventory values for each weapon type. This includes or impacts various armor mods, so we've given them a tuning pass. Ammo finders now improve the contribution to a corresponding meter. Special finder increases special meter gains and can stack. Reserve mods on chest armor have been deprecated and replaced with ammo generation mods, which improve the ammo generation stat of a weapon matching their damage type and can stack. Okay, that kind of, I mean, people, I get why they did that, because they made it so you can't swap reserves, and then people stop using them, but then they made it a little bit cheaper. People still didn't use them, and now they're just saying, all right, forget it, we're just gonna, you can't hold more ammo, but you can generate way more ammo, so that's cool. Scavenger mods will continue to work as before and continue to be disabled in Crucible and cannot stack. Good thing to put that in there. Scout mods have been deprecated. Understandable, nobody really uses that often. In addition to ammo related changes, some of the other mods have gotten some adjustments to account for the stat changes coming with Armor 3.0. First, we have the basic stat mods. Armor mods that influence stats such as +10 stat mods, artifice mods, and font mods have been converted to use the Armor 3.0 stats. Basic armor stat mods all have the same energy mod cost. All +10 stat mods now cost 3 energy, and all 5 stat mods now cost 1 energy. Okay, so they standardized them, because there was times to where I think recovery and resilience costed like 4 for a 10 mod, so that's cool. Since their value is heavily tied to the value of stats they grant, font mods have historically been ineffective compared to other options. However, in internal playtest, the Armor 3.0 stat rework catapulted them into complete dominance. Even with this adjustment, these mods remain notably more potent than they were prior to Edge of Fate, as they are one of the only ways to push beyond the stats available on Armor alone. Reduce the benefits granted by font armor mods from 350 to 60 for 1, 2, 3 stack to 20, 40 to 50 for 1, 2, 3 stack. Okay. With the release of Edge of Fate, the players facing mobility stat will be deprecated, while each Guardian will have its effect set to base value, the equivalent of 30 mobility for Titans and 40 for Hunters. Titans and Warlocks get 30, by the way. Sorry. Guardians that prefer to stay a little more mobile need to be a flexible, need more flexible way to access those effects. Added a new leg armor mod, Enhanced Athletics, which increases your base movement speed and jump for 1, 2, 3 stack, provided an equivalent of 30, 50, and 60 of the previously available mobility stat. So you get 60. Oh, hold on. So 3 stacks, you get plus 60 mobility. Okay. Well, you strafers out there. Note, additional mobility bonuses provided as part of some other effects, such as amplified or lightweight frame weapons, will continue to boost movement speed and jump height as they had previously. The new version of mobility stat has a higher upper limit than it currently does in live, allowing you to stack up to 130 points instead of the previous cap of 100. So you can gain additional benefits from multiple sources in ways that were not possible pre-Edge of Fate. The leg armor recuperation has a mainstay across the game for quite a while now, owing to its nearly unconditional benefit to survivability. Its nature as a must-pick option has reduced the amount of space for other leg mods to thrive. With Armor 3.0 stat rework, this need for a subclass agnostic healing source has now been converted by the health stat, let alone to many other tools such as a weapon perk heal clip introduced in Season of the Witch, or some of the new set bonus coming with Edge of Fate, the Bushido set that we just saw. Our goal is for recuperation to remain a helpful pick for more aggressive subclass and builds without other access to healing or for players who want to save their armor stats for more flashier options. However, its current impact will be keeping an especially close eye on this change throughout the Edge of Fate to ensure that it's having an intended effect rather than invalidating builds that rely on an effect and function. Reduce the healing granted from collecting overpower with recuperation armor mod equipped from 70 to 15. It's just dead. It's dead. It's dead. It's dead. Complete trash. Not worth it. It's a +1 armor mod. So 70 health for a 1. At this point, I would have rather you just up the armor mods, the mod freaking requirement. It's a +1 mod energy for 70 health on pickup. You telling me I would rather you up it to 2 or 3 and keep it at 70. Because 15 is just useless. It's trash. Out the freak the immediate health. I'ma just swap to freaking health regen on start instead of health on pickup. Edge of Fate Preload. Preload update for 9.0.0.1 will be available prior to the game's release. Below are the preload timelines and instructions based on platform. You guys can pause to read on your dedicated platform. I have it right here. For Steam, I don't read though. Preload for Steam will be available shortly after Destiny 2 is taken offline for expected maintenance on 7/15, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Update 9.0.0.1 should automatically be added to the download queue once it's available for preload. For information managing Steam downloads, updates, click here. So let's go. These are going to be the requirements you need for space. Good Lord. Destiny 2 is going to be 148 gigs. You telling me I'm gonna need 331 gigs to download Edge of Fate? And it's gonna be 150 after the download, but good Lord, that's a lot of space needed. Destiny 2 install size may vary based on language installed. Size size is the maximum possible. Edge of Fate Day 1 known issues list. We're finalizing our list of certain information and issues we are investigating that we want players to be aware of prior to the launch of Edge of Fate. We expect this list to be published before the update as goes live on July 15th. Claim your seasonal awards. Destiny content vault stuff is changing. Known issues. Blah, blah, blah. This looks amazing, by the way. Expedition 33 art, but for Destiny stuff, looks hella cool. With that, the final TWID before the launch of Edge of Fate is complete. We hope everyone is ready for what is to come. Some of you might be working towards getting your vaults, gear, and builds and more sorted out. You still have time to do that, or to complete some of those triumphs you are missing, to earn the last minute Rite of 9 or Heresy gear, and to complete seasonal challenges to get that extra Rite dust. We can't wait to see your reaction to the new content and hear your feedback on the new systems we have implemented. Our goal is to keep Destiny 2 fresh, fun, and overall, that is still the game you love to play for years to come. A decade is nothing. Destiny 2 community teams. Pretty okay. Overall, pretty solid chat. Pretty solid little twab. I'm glad they went over the raid. We knew that was gonna come in. They always did the day before the raid. I skipped past all of this stuff because it means nothing to me. This little lore drop is pretty cool. The artifact mods look pretty solid. I still kind of want to do things that are changing coming with Edge of Fate. I may try to do that, but guys, it has been incredibly busy going into this last week. Okay, I'm still not even sure if I'm going to be able to stream the day the Edge of Fate launches comes out. So if I can't, I apologize. I will be covering it as soon as I possibly can. It depends on whether or not when we move, whether this house still have internet, whether when I move, if I'm still actively moving on the date, or if I just have time. So as soon as I have the possibility to make content and stream Edge of Fate, I will be live. So turn on notifications on YouTube and Twitch, and follow my other socials like Twitter and TikTok if you want more content and short form variation as well. Have a good rest of your day and stay spooky, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.